Hey everybody, it is Sonji here, your talent and leadership hacker / coach. I wanted to come to you all and talk to you about a topic that has been pretty prevalent in circles that I've been a part of lately, and perhaps it's a question that has come up for you in your career or someone that you know. And that question is HR at your company to be trusted? Is HR an entity that you can trust? Let me take you on a quick journey of what HR is meant to do and what it is not meant to. The most expensive and most valuable entity of a company is its people. And HR helps to manage that from front to back, meaning from the hiring process, everything that can happen in between throughout your career, all the way to your retirement and succession planning. Where people fall off in their understanding of HR is that HR is oftentimes seen as, in instances where there are problems or people issues, interpersonal issues, HR is often rushed to believe that they are part of reconciling issues. And while there are HR departments that really do have that reconciliation piece involved, most HR bodies within a company are really focused on helping the company maintain some level of solidarity with regards to how it manages its people and the problems that HR is not your personal advisor. It's not your personal attorney. And this is where a lot of people unfortunately lose some of their hope around HR, because oftentimes throughout a person's career, they rarely have to access HR unless there's really an issue. And by the time you access or reach out to HR, there's a likelihood that that issue has probably blown out of proportion. And so by that time, people's emotions are high, people's feelings are very sensitive and fragile. And so what they're looking for is someone whom they can trust, someone that they can confide in. And it's not to say that HR is not an entity that can be trusted or confided in, but it's very important to realize that HR's role is not that of an advisor or a confidant. So I want all of us to understand that HR has a job, and their job really is to work for the company in the space of managing people. It's not to be your advisor. It's not to be, unfortunately, your attorney. And so if you have really deep-seated issues that have happened in your career, here is my advice. Quick tips. So number one, understand and know who your HR person is, okay? I would rather you not wait until you have an issue to reach out to HR and be completely dumbfounded by the processes or the things that go into HR's role as it respectively relates to your role. So one, know who your HR person is. Number two, talk to your HR person. Ask questions. Don't wait until there's a problem to call them and suddenly expect this round of consideration and applause around the things that you've done. Your HR person is likely HR person to many other people. And so it's sometimes hard for them to really get to know people on a personal level. So don't expect that they know a lot about you as a person. So it's really your role and your task to get to know your HR representative. So that's number two. Talk to them, get to know them. And then number three, lean heavily on having a confidant or someone outside of your employer, outside of your job, that you can bounce things off of around your career. Basically what I'm saying is you might need a friend who is not an HR person at your job. Find someone who you know outside of work to ask questions about HR. And I say that not to be surreptitious in any way, but sometimes it is difficult for HR employees to really balance this trying to be friendly and hoping that people don't misconstrue that with, you have some onus to them for everything to work out in their favor. So I would say be very skillful at looking at having colleagues outside of your workplace that have experience in both HR, people management, people managers, questions that you might have, and be able to bounce those questions off of other people outside of your normal circle. The HR person's role is not really to take sides, but it is to do what's in best interest for the employer. And as long as you're equipped with that information and you know that, you can make better informed decisions on whether or not when to go to HR, how to go to HR, or if to go to HR at all about situations. I don't say that to discourage you from going to HR. I just want you to be better informed of how and when to go. Use those 3 tidbits of information. Know who your HR representative is, reach out to them and introduce yourself so that they're not caught off guard when you do have an issue. And then just make sure that if you want to have and be able to bounce information off of people, perhaps consider having someone outside of your employer to be able to bounce those questions and concerns off of, just a neutral party. And I feel like you will get the most out of your HR experience at your employer. So that's me. I'm Sonji, your talent and leadership coach. I hope these tidbits have been helpful to you. If you still have questions about how to navigate getting to know who your HR partner or representative is, or what types of questions that you should be asking to be more proactive, hit me up at sonji@thesonjiyoung.com. Have a great afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you are, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Come back. What is your name?
My name is Eduardo.
Eduardo from where?
From St. Lucia.
St. Lucia's?
Yeah.
Where's that
St.
located?
Louis.
Where's that located?